Yes, hello and welcome to another vlog from Benna Rider. Today we're testing out the Triumph Trident 660. It's a new bike, it's totally new from Triumph for this year 2021. It has 81 horsepower and about 660 cubic centimeters of displacement. Unfortunately, the dealer is not very cooperative and said, okay, I can do it for a video, but only 30 minutes. But if he actually knew that a video takes much longer than 30 minutes, that is really a shame. He said, we have some bikes for rent. Yeah, great. I will rent all of the bikes and make a test ride for it. Yeah, that's how they want to do it, of course. The thing is, he said, business is going very, very well. And therefore, apparently, they don't have any time to waste for YouTubers like me. Anyways, I don't have really much to say about this. I will put the technical data in the video, and I will go back to the dealer now and I explain a little bit about everything. So let's get to the controls. On the left hand side we have buttons up, down, left and right for the display basically. Then we have a button, OK button. We have the blinker switch with this, which is to my taste a little bit, you have to get used to it. It's not like all the other from Honda or Yamaha. Then we have the horn on this side here. We have the mode switch for switching from rain to road mode. And on the right hand side we have the kill switch and starter switch. We have the hazard light switch. We have the gas throttle and we have the brake lever, which is adjustable in 5 positions. The clutch lever, by the way, is not adjustable, unfortunately. It is also kind of difficult and hard to operate. It is kind of strange because I thought nowadays with the anti-hopping, with the everything would be easier to handle. So let's get to the display. On the top we have the RPM counter. Underneath we have the fuel level. Then we have the gear indicator, which shows 1. We have the speedometer on the right hand side. And underneath we have the multifunction display. I will go into this now. You press the down button basically. You can go into the main display menu here. Then you can go into trip 1. This is actually adjustable, so you can put different values there which you want to see. We have the fuel consumption and the remaining the range of the tank right here. We have the coolant temperature. We have when the next service is due, and the brightness of the display you can adjust here. And that's about it. Let's go into the main menu here, and I will quickly switch it to English. So in the display, you can go to riding modes. You can select a different riding mode, but there's also a separate button for this here on the handlebar. You can go into bike setup and set up the indicators, auto, advanced, or manual. So apparently it has auto, you know, what you might call it. When you turn on the blinker and leave it on, it will turn back off automatically. That's pretty cool. You can select traction control on or off and service here. Trip setup, you can set up the different trip computers. Display setup. You have the brightness, the visible trace, which you can adjust. Like I said, you can have different information in the display. Gear shift indicator, you can change, like at the moment I think it's set to 4000 because it's very new. You can set that to a different RPM. You can change the rider name, language, units, clock, and date, and reset everything. That's about it. Basically, we don't have very much time. The dealer did not give us much time to do a video. That's very unfortunate because usually I cannot do a video in 30 minutes. So I have to hurry back now to the dealer. I will give you some impressions. I have to let you know that I'm basically just coming from an A2 license. I have my A license now, but you know, I haven't been driving anything above 60 horsepower. So this is 81, and I wanted to compare to my Z100 with 48 horsepower. The torque is basically more on my Z900, but in the end, in the higher rev range, I think this one really does a good job. Yes, we're here with the Triumph Trident 660 3-cylinder 81 horsepower bike. It's very light and nimble and it is really true. It actually, when you sit on it, it kind of feels like a 125. I mean, the tank is much bigger, of course, and it's in this white. It is a very nice sparkly kind of color, so metallic. We have available 4 colors. 2 are with a higher price, 100 euro or so, and 2 is I think there's a basic black and maybe this white, I'm not sure, and there are 2 like there's a different kind of black carbon or coal or something, and kind of with red applications, which actually cost more. You know, that's how it is with Triumph. It's like BMW. They charge for everything extra. So let's go back to the dealer. And as I said, we don't have much time, unfortunately. The seat height is 805 millimeters. It is fairly low for these bikes. It is not too bad for smaller riders. For me also actually very, very nice because I'm only 175. So for me it is actually perfect. So let's go and try to find the dealer. Let's start it up. So yeah, when you get to higher speeds or higher RPM, this is very nice because it has a lot of torque up there. Down below, not that much. I'm not really that amazed about the lower RPM torque, which is actually, to be honest, higher on my Z900, although it's a 4-cylinder, so go figure, I don't know. So yeah, it handles very nicely, very agile. I know the RPM is flashing because the shift light is not set up correctly, or it is set up maybe for 4,000, 4,500, whatever, from the factory, but I'm not going to change that, you know. Yeah, it handles very nicely. You cannot really do anything wrong if you decide, you know, you like this bike or you like the design. Go and get it. It is really nice. As I said, I'm a kind of a still beginner rider. You know, I come from A2, 48 horsepower, and this is basically my first bike, except for the bikes which I tried out in driving school. Yeah, it has a lot of power when you get up to higher revs. I really do like that. Although it would be kind of advantageous if it actually comes on at lower RPM as well. But oh well, you cannot have everything. Yeah, after maybe 30 minutes, you feel right at home on this bike. Of course, you have to get used to the display shifting and stuff like that, but it feels very natural, very easy to handle. It only weighs, I think, 185 kilos or something. I will put the exact weight in the video here. Yeah, I cannot really say anything about this. It's just a nice bike. It looks really nice when I, you know, say, I think at least it looks nice, you know. It has a lot of power up there. When you get to higher revs or higher speeds, still a lot of power. For me, that's definitely enough. And yeah. It has very long maintenance service intervals, actually, which is pretty nice. I think the first service is due in at 12 or 16,000 kilometers or something like that. That's pretty nice, and so you don't have to go so often to Triumph, because I know they're fairly expensive. You like BMW, Mercedes, you know, with their service. Yeah, the seating position for me, I'm 175, I weigh 80 kilos. It is perfect. You can reach the handlebar, you don't really bend over, you can sit up straight. It's very comfortable. The seat is actually hard, but very comfortable in a way. That's also very nice. As I said, the feet position, the leg position for me is also perfect. So I don't have to complain about anything like that. The engine, unfortunately, I heard actually on other YouTube videos that it sounds more like this typical triple motor or engine, but it doesn't really. At least it does not come through here in my helmet. I think the speed triple is much higher pitched sounding than this one, and from the engine and from the exhaust, I would not actually prefer this one. I would prefer a different one, maybe the speed triple or the Z900. The sound of this one here is not really up to my taste, to be honest, but you know, everybody has a different taste in sound and whatever. It is nice. Maybe for someone who's not really into it, I need so and so much power or horsepower, like me, you know, for me that is sufficient. But as I said, the sound is not what I like actually on this one, although it has also the 3-cylinder engine. I do like this bike. I like everything, handling and so on. I like the power, but as I said, to my taste, to my ears, these what is going on there? To my taste, the sound of the engine is not like that of the Street Triple. I have to say, I'm sorry. At first, as I said, when I heard it in YouTube videos, it did actually sound similar, but when you sit on it, it's different story. I don't know why, but it doesn't sound like the Street Triple. Yes, that's basically it. I'm sorry that it's so short and quick and dirty. This is my test ride of the Triumph Trident 660. Thanks very much for watching. This is Ben, right out. Take care. Bye bye.